On behalf of the Geo-Wiki team, it is my pleasure to give this hackathon presentation on crowdsourcing data for Ethiopia. In a nutshell, the problem is land grabbing, that is large-scale acquisitions of land in developing countries by domestic and transnational companies, governments and individuals. One of the big motivators for land grabbing has been using the land for lucrative bioenergy production, which can result in displaced populations and negative effects on local livelihoods, which will ultimately affect food security. Land grabbing is happening in a number of African countries, but the focus of this hackathon has been Ethiopia, since it's in the top 10 countries for land grabbing, and we do not have good information about land cover or land use for this. One potential solution towards solving this problem is the Geo-Wiki crowdsourcing tool. Crowdsourcing is the collection and analysis of data by ordinary citizens. In this hackathon, we utilize the collective power of the crowd to identify areas in Ethiopia where land is already being cultivated or settled based on what these individuals could see using Google Earth satellite imagery. Our next step will be to cross-reference this crowdsourced data with other data from the Land Matrix project, which has collected a database of areas where land acquisitions are happening. This land matrix data will shortly become open source. We can then determine if these acquisitions are happening in areas that will affect existing communities and livelihoods. Where this is the case, we will highlight this information and publicize it as widely as possible in order to attempt to stop any further land acquisitions in this area. The Geo-Wiki crowdsourcing system has been financed by a number of different geo projects, where Geo, or the Group on Earth Observation, is a voluntary partnership of governments and international organizations that are coordinating efforts to build a global Earth observation system of systems, or GEOS. One of the core principles of Geo is data sharing and making as much data openly available as possible. In line with Geo, Geo-Wiki is built using the Google Earth API. Google Earth provides a very rich source of medium to high resolution satellite imagery to the entire world and is open to the public. Geo-Wiki can also use satellite imagery from Bing. Thus, two rich open sources of satellite imagery are accessible via Geo-Wiki. This information was used to help identify areas of settlement and cultivation in this hackathon application, as shown in this slide. Other open data used in the design includes global land cover maps, which are freely available and can be visualized on Geo-Wiki. The image above shows the GLC 2000 product for Ethiopia. From this we have created maps of disagreement, for example areas where the maps do not agree on the land cover, and which was used to select the area in Ethiopia. Thus, not only do we gain information about settlements and cultivated areas in Ethiopia for the purpose of prevention of land grabbing, this also provides us with additional information that we can use to improve global land cover, which is one of the overarching aims of Geo-Wiki. The version of Geo-Wiki used in the hackathon is only one of many branches to the Geo-Wiki family of crowdsourcing tools, all of which contribute to open data. The crowdsourced data and improved maps, information resulting from Geo-Wiki, are all freely available for downloading and accessing via web map services. We want to encourage the use of this data for as many other applications as possible. In terms of open data in the execution of the hackathon project, the following maps shows the data that we collected this weekend for Ethiopia on human settlements and cultivated areas. Congratulations! We have set some very ambitious goals for this weekend, yet we still manage a bronze medal in terms of the number of points collected. Our top contributor will receive a package of gummy bears for their efforts. As this site will continue beyond this weekend, we hope to continue collecting many more points. These points are freely downloadable and will add to our already growing set of open data points for Ethiopia collected during previous competitions. These types of open data sets can be used for a number of different applications beyond land grabbing, improving gridded population maps and improving cropland maps, which are so important for food security, for example drought monitoring based on remote sensing. Finally, other open data in the execution includes points we have already collected in previous competitions, which is more than 100,000 points collected from across the globe. The maps shown here are the data on the degree of human impact that can be seen from Google Earth. We have similar maps showing cropping intensity and land cover. These points are freely available to download for other applications, but are also used in the creation of our improved global land cover map, another openly available product that we hope to have ready next year. The data collected during this hackathon will add to this global data set that we are currently collecting and serving to the public and the scientific community through Geo-Wiki. This hackathon project is indirectly relevant to food security, but nevertheless it could play an important role in helping to publicize land grabbing and potentially stop land acquisitions in areas where there are communities currently living and cultivating food as part of their livelihoods. By using the crowd to identify these areas and cross-referencing them with areas where land acquisitions are occurring, available from the Land Matrix project as an open source dataset in the future, we can highlight these areas of real concern and raise awareness of what is happening. In a broader sense, the data collected through Geo-Wiki from this hackathon, but also from other competitions, will help to improve global land cover. We are currently working on developing a hybrid global cropland map that will be better than existing land cover products and be used as an input to provide crop type distributions, which are critical inputs to food security. In terms of market adoptability, Geo-Wiki has many different applications and customers, for example the branches I referred to earlier in the presentation. So some of the market potential of Geo-Wiki lies in building customized applications, like we did as a demonstrator for this hackathon. We also encourage further development of Geo-Wiki by others, where we provide a contact to support this process. For example, in the development of the Australian land cover branch called AusCover. Getting the crowd involved is a key challenge with crowdsourcing. We have been working with gamers to develop different games to interface with Geo-Wiki, which is another area of market potential, as is adding more of a social networking element to Geo-Wiki, which provides more interaction and fun. Social element to crowdsourcing. Finally, we build mobile applications that interface directly with Geo-Wiki to upload photos and information from the ground. This will expand the types of information that can be collected in the future. So that concludes our presentation. We would like to end by thanking all the people who have participated in the hackathon. We will leave our hackathon.geo-wiki.org site live, so we hope to continue collecting more data for Ethiopia. If you'd like to be involved in the Geo-Wiki project or participate in future competitions that we are running, please email us or visit our website. Thank you very much.